Spitballer, take it away.
Here's our last look at Tomato Temple going into this final game here for ESL Katowice. Gray building here. Advice and the Baku. We'll see what they manage to do. Oh my goodness, what a shot there from Advise.
A quick and easy cleanup there. Nice little early game fight.
This is what we see always in the last game.
Combat situation here with nothing separating them except.
I love that he went for that quick shot and then backed up. But the dynamite, oh, he gets such a nice shot there. He actually took Chaz out with it. And that was beautiful there.
That was a beautiful, application of the dynamite, Bala.
Yes.
He basically smoked them out of the basement using the dynamite and then cleaned them up with a nice pump shotgun.
Indeed. Smoked him out and then found him. Here's Advice again, and Advice is going very aggressive and tilted right off the bat. Akin to what we see with Advice, needs to kind of slow it down, but he does manage to get the floor right before it falls. He opens! I don't even know. That was crazy. I didn't even know if he knew that that was coming, but that was such a good read from Advise, opening that edit.
Reposition.
Yeah, and here's Skix, actually a three-way fight here. Brisu against Teak, and Teak goes down, so that's going to be it for him. He was one of those players in the top 8, top 9-ish area, but
Skix pressure while they were fighting in the box.
Skix again. We've seen this time and time again, players jumping down in the box, and that Stormwing unfortunately came in just at the right time for Brisu.
We saw this in Pleasant with Jarkos, and we're seeing it here again.
Yeah. Still fighting now. Oh, he does get a tag.
61 with that pump. Advice now without any shield.
This might be the end of Advice here, but he does drop the trap, but the floor there still, and there it is. Nice play there from Rattree. He's going to pick that one up, but more clingers coming in here. Sheer. This is by the shifty shafts right now. There's so many players so far away from zone, and they're all fighting. All of a sudden, so many storm fights are happening.
Those clingers coming in, hot Bala, cleaning out all the builds, making sure that his opponent does not have a moment to rest. And
map farming, that's in the normal game now, so we can stop calling them the pop-up settings. But Hardco's in the background, he's still sticking.
The normal settings now.
Yeah, okay, we did pass that 50-person threshold for placement points.
6 Stinks in his inventory. He can apply a lot of pressure here if he starts throwing them down into some of those 1-by-1s below him, just kind of trying to see if anyone is weak. And he has a nice position in the center of the zone, Bala.
Yeah, and remember, I always talk about getting in towards that center of the zone, and this is what it gives you the ability to do. Stinking 2 players at the same time. This is exactly the kind of...
so weak.
This is exactly...
One more stink, and Hycel goes down.
Can he get both of them?
He can get both of them with this stink.
He's so close. I don't think he realizes how close he is. They're so low. Almost. They're so close.
Both players so weak.
Oh my goodness, Speedy. I was talking about the efficiency. That's what I talk. That's what I'm. One stink taking 2 players down to that little HP, but he's not going to manage it.
Gumik doesn't realize, but if he threw both those stinks down, he could get an easy elimination.
Yeah, I think he kind of lost track of where they were. That's one of the things with the stink grenades. It does manage to kind of give you an idea of where they are, but losing track there.
Yeah, it doesn't really give you much information about how much shield they have, how much health they have.
Right.
All you know is that they are baking in the stink.
Sometimes it's too much to bear, Speedy. And now we're into that 5th zone.
We have a low ground zone here. I expect a lot of people to carpet. A lot of layers are going to go down in this zone because players are not going to really worry about, it going over a mountain. There is going to be a mountain in play.
This is what I was talking about in the game previously. Another river zone here. Being in the ravine kind of gets a little bit risky for all the players who do not end up on top of either side. If they're stuck in the bottom, in the middle.
Low ground is not going to be the place you want to be.
Exactly. It's definitely going to go one way or the other. I believe that's a song.
38 players remaining. These players are racking up the placement points now.
Okay, so
Ragnar ends up going down.
Hardco's doing his best. He has that redeploy that you talked about.
I believe Ragnar went down to Storm Surge?
Storm Surge is possible. I don't think we saw it just then, but definitely keeping an eye. Here's QLN. QLN, actually, all the top 3 right now are alive, as far as I can tell.
Shikuni there with a mean low ground.
Yeah, he's a little bit on that mid ground, just slightly. He got it. He got an elimination just there on Pastero. He's getting spammed here by Zeke. I believe that's a minigun. He's got to be careful, or it's a compact SMG.
Shikuni, yes, full health and minis, but no mobility.
Yeah.
Nothing much except a pump and an AR.
Here's what we're talking about. You see it in the left side of the screen right now. It's going over that hill. It's going to be so risky for any player on low ground. overtake.
This is a great zone, Bala. Doesn't go over the mountain. You just have to kind of carpet on your own level. Don't really have to worry about, you know, people on high ground because you're just going to be in that comfortable mid-ground.
It's staying in the river. There's Noisy getting a little bit of damage done on him. QLN is still very, very, very strong. He has 200 HP. Here's Harkos.
The scope AR going into the late game.
Loadout. Scoped AR sometimes is very good, especially when players aren't recognizing, but there he goes! Harkos goes down, so there's an opportunity here for somebody to take the lead.
Taking out our number one?
Number one, that's our number one right now. You see Massius in the back.
Shikuni could still up. Win this all, Bala.
He could.
Shikuni is still in this, getting ahead of the pack.
Yeah, now going down. He needs to stay ahead a little bit more. He needs to get at least 10 placements to be able to overtake.
And he does pick up some loot here from someone else's elimination. He has 35 builds remaining, not a lot of shield, not a lot of health. No AR bullets.
No AR bullets. He just has that shotgun.
He's just trying to stay alive, trying to get as many placement points as possible.
X2 twins at AO. We saw Jesse use just the pump shotgun and a bunch of utility. And a fight for high ground is ensuing. Shikuni down on low ground. I don't see QLN anymore. So we'll see.
Smiley was 4 eliminations here. Dropping off the low ground, saying it's not really worth it.
The waterfall always happening, and Smiley ends up going down to Zeke. Zeke, we haven't seen him too much today.
Blex on the high ground right now, just kind of holding on to that, making sure he slows it down. The circle goes back.
Yeah, and now we'll see. Blex on high ground. He does hear that launch pad above him. He does hear the mobility starting to be used. Somebody's trying to take high ground from him. And there's so many players down on low ground. He's up there by himself.
This circle's going to go over a mountain, Bala, so
there's that launch
you
pad
need to get as high as possible, as quick as possible.
It was not high enough to take either high ground or the mountain, just like you're talking about. So all that he needs to do up there is just kind of wait for everybody down below to kind of do what they need to do to get off the mountain and try to fight themselves.
I think we're going to start seeing a lot of players here start to get buried in the builds unless they start to break their way. We see Dave down there, cannot get up in time. Zeke and Dave going down to each other. Zeke.
Massius up on high ground right now. He actually took it. So he's up there. Richard is up there as well. He can spot down onto Massius. Richard in a great position here. He needs that big game to keep going all the way. This is so big for him. And Massius. I think these are the guys we want to watch right now. 5 left. 3 elims for Massius. He can find 4 more. He can go up to 7.
Richard currently on the high ground, full HP.
Look at this building here.
No one really contesting him. No one really up in the air. No one rifting to take it away. And it goes back through the rest of the builds.
Yeah, exactly. And Richard, he's just trying to do all he can to stay above, find everybody who's all sitting down below. And he does find Snowy. He takes him down all the way to shield. And we'll see if Snowy's going to manage to heal back up. We'll see if he has any minis. There's actually a lot of players kind of not fighting right now. They're all trying to make their way for these placements. They're all vying for it. And so, Richard on high ground. Snowy has that RPG. He's going to knock him down. Richard has to be careful. At this point forward, he knows that RPG is in play, but he has the glider redeploy. Nice shot there. 43 on the Zeke.
That's right.
Massius goes down. That was a big name. Richard trying to do all he can. He picked up 1 more elim.
4 players remaining. There is an RPG in play, pressuring the high ground. He could get dropped at any moment, but he does have 1 redeploy remaining.
One thing here, Snowy with the rift. He does go down to Richard. He's trying his best. Richard doing all he can. One thing is interesting here. It's now Richard versus Zeke. 1 versus 1. He's so high. He needs to be careful. All he has is wood left. Oh, he does have the glider redeploy. Okay, so he's going to use that. Try to get behind the tree.
Zeke the wraparound through Storm, getting the high ground.
That's what he needs to do. And now, we'll see. Just a heavy shotgun for Zeke. He's going to try to do it. He's on high ground. Richard is low. 33 builds for him. Richard is running out of mats. He's running out of mats.
This is our last game of the day, Bala. Who is going to come out on top?
Oh, Richard gets it. He gets the win. Richard, what an amazing game there. 6 elims. And I cannot believe that he pulled that out there. All of a sudden, he comes out and he's on high ground. Somebody else had it. He took it from him.
He took it from him, Bala.
Oh my word. Oh my word.
I
think we're going to need a mathematician, gentlemen. Someone's going to have to work out some points and do the math because, I mean, we were expecting one of these players to get to that end game and kind of maybe cement things, but it's all up in the air. It's genuinely all up in the air. We saw Yarkos falling around 25th in that game. Shikuni went down just after him, but he didn't have many eliminations on the board. QLN, I think it went even earlier than that.